We'll have Mr. 𝗪𝗍𝗂𝗵 from Brigade. Mr. 𝗪𝗍𝗂𝗵 has 21 years of experience in sustainability, currently working as environmental, social and corporate governance for Brigade groups.
Good afternoon all. Good afternoon all. Am I audible? Yes. Yeah, thank you. So the post session would always be quite challenging to keep all of us active. Well, I have come with hardly 6 to 8 slides. I don't take much of your time. So I am representing a builder fraternity here. So, well, I am 𝗪𝗍𝗂𝗵, as introduced, I am 𝗪𝗍𝗂𝗵. I handle sustainability and ESG for Brigade Group. So when I say sustainability and ESG, sustainability integration through the design for all our buildings what we develop across various geographical locations. Then ESG, environmental, social and corporate governance. There are a set of regulatory mandates for which we need to comply and report to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, being governed by 𝗧𝗵𝗵, the Security Exchange Board of India. It's an annual compliance what we do. So I'll just get into the actual point of discussion today. So it's more of a how we manage water in construction sector. The water being one of a key commodity in construction sector, without which we cannot do any developments. Around 24 to 26% of global water we consume, the building sector. Not only real estate, the operations as well. The development and the operations would amount up to 24 to 26% of global water consumption. So it is very significant that we need to be very cautious about the water what we consume during our development as well as the operations. We got to be very judicial. The agenda of my today's discussion are like this. The introduction, basic introduction. Then what are the sustainability things we do at Brigade. Usage of water in construction. Major drivers for water demand. Conservation efforts at Brigade. Then sustainable water management. Then finally the quality standards and the limitations what we have. So introduction is very simple. We know all. So 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen makes the water, which is a inorganic compound, which is very basic essential element for all the living things on this Mother Earth. So about 71% of our earth has been covered by water, but not all the water is fit to use. So approximately 97% of water on this earth is salt water, being available in seas and oceans, and only 2 to 3% of fresh water is available for human consumption. Then we got to be very careful how we manage water, how we utilize, how we recycle, reuse, repurpose. When it comes to the construction, water conservation and recyclability are very critical aspects of construction. While bringing these interventions in the design, which reduces the freshwater dependency and minimize the wastewater generation. How we optimize the water consumption, it directly impacts on the amount of wastewater we generate. Thereby, the cost on treatment of wastewater, managing the wastewater to meet the regulatory discharge limits, everything gets addressed. So I just want to put some light on our organization. If you could, I think many of you are well informed on the sustainability and ESG expectations in the market. And I would like to say that we are proudly, I can say that the Brigade is one of the leading sustainable developers in South India. We recently received the recognition from World Business Group that in real estate sector across India, we are the third most sustainable organization. And across the sectors, we are at 44th place. Across the sector means all other sectors. So, you know, all the sustainability initiatives being dreamt by our beloved chairman, Dr. 𝗪𝗁𝗲, and giving the light to the dream and making it realized, that is being done by the two daughters of Dr. 𝗪𝗁𝗲, our MDs, Pavitra Shankar and Nirupa Shankar. They have been the backbone of all the sustainability initiatives what we do at Brigade. They are very meticulous, they are very monitoring, they are look into each and every aspect. They sit in the design discussions. They make sure all our projects are well integrated with sustainability elements. That's how if you could go to any of our Brigade properties, you could see the balancing of the lung space and the development together in all our developments. So, usage of water at construction. You know, there has been a rapid urbanization, rapid globalization, and as per some of the studies, 50% of construction, what has to be done, it is not yet constructed. So, by 2030, whatever we have constructed, in addition to that, there will be another 100% of, in terms of quantum, it will get constructed by the year 2030. That level of development is happening in India. There's a huge development across all the geographical locations, be it buildings, be it infrastructures like dams, highways, roads. Lot of developments are happening across country. And as per some recent studies, the source I got it from Construction Times, that the 67 billion cubic meter of water what has been consumed by construction industry in the year 2025, that will go to be 81 billion cubic meters. When I say billion cubic meter, it has to be with 12 zeros. Liter, 1 liter, you have to add another 12 zeros. You can imagine the quantum of water dependency over another 5 to 6 years. So, what are the various applications we use water in construction? For the concrete mixing, curing, plastering and masonry works, dust suppression during the construction, labor camp usage for their daily needs and consumption, material processing before using the material, some of the materials for the actual construction work, that those materials has to be processed using water application, landscaping and infrastructure, while giving the compaction to the buildings and creating the roads within the construction site. We need to have a water as a commodity to enhance the strength. So what are the major drivers for water demand? So, as I already mentioned, rapid urbanization, you know, after Sri Narendra Modi ji came into the power, there has been a lot of sustainable initiatives across the country, smart cities being constructed across all the states. So, without water, we cannot develop anything. So, as the development enhances, the water demand also increases. Large-scale infrastructure projects, as I mentioned, lot of highways being constructed, lot of industrial parks being constructed, lot of dams being constructed, flyovers, what and all. So everything demands for water. Growth in real estate and industrial parks, yes, you can see, if you could compare, I know you all are been here in Bangalore from last 40-50 years, you can compare yourself, how the Bangalore was before 2000, now how the Bangalore is. So there has been a lot of development happened across the various directions of the city. So as the development increases, it comes with water demand. Then increased use of ready-mix concrete. So earlier there used to be on-site mixing of concrete used to happen. Now there will be dedicated the ready-mix concrete plants across the development sites, which comes with the water demand again. The expansion of highways, metro, airports and data centers. Data centers are one of the both energy and water guzzlers. They require a lot of energy to maintain. So, India being a developing country, so it will going to expect a lot of development in coming years with lot of demands for energy, water and generation of lot of waste. Then water stress. Yeah, I'll come. Another couple of slides. So there has been a water crisis across various cities. In Bangalore context, as somebody was mentioning, 2023 was a drought year for us. We suffered like anything. So at a global level, only 4% of water which is fit to use is available in India. That too be served for 18% of global population. So imagine what sort of crisis we're going to face and how we need to work on the water circularity. So I'll just jump into the water conservation efforts, what we are doing at Brigade. So I said all the how we treat water and all, it's a very basic and key commodity of our development and operations. The best water conservation efforts what we have been adopting are adopting green building certification across all the developments. For residential development, we adopt IGBC, Indian Green Building Council certification for commercial leadership in energy and environment design certifications, where they expect us to optimize the water consumption during the use phase through design. So we bring lot of interventions like use of low water fixtures, then flow aerators, reducers to cut down the water demand, then use of curing compound. Major water consumption in a construction comes from curing. So lot of water goes for curing. So we at a Brigade, we are using lot of curing compounds to avoid usage of water. Then enhanced usage of treated wastewater for landscaping, dust suppression and other applications. Installation and use of waterless urinals at all our offices. Implementation of effective rainwater harvesting and stormwater management system across our developments. Installation of O&M of well-designed STPs for enhanced recycling of treated water. When we need to enhance this recyclability, we got to be very thorough about the design what we bring in wastewater management. Implementation of smart water metering for enhanced monitoring, reduced wastage and controlled consumption. Since we have the monitoring, we get to know that where is the water wastage is happening. By that we can address the water wastage issues. I'm with another couple of slides, that's it. So on-site applications, what we do at construction sites. So usage of STP treated water for preparation of road, compaction, dust suppression on the roads, on the aggregates in the RMC plants. Then grey water utilization. When I say grey water, it's the sullage part of it, which comes from your bathing and cooking, and whereas black water is from your lavatories. Rainwater harvesting even in the construction phase. Low water curing methods, as I already mentioned, the curing compounds. Precast and modular construction. We exercise this precast and modular construction in one of the project. There are some technical challenges to adopt this. However, we have done it and we are still exploring. Then water efficient concrete technologies. So we are working with some of the consultants to bring in the reduced water dependency in the concrete technologies. Then zero discharge campuses. We have around 3 to 4 IT parks where we have declared as zero discharge campuses. Then we, as a developer, we also have taken a water positivity target to achieve by 2030. When I say water positivity, whatever the amount of water we extract from the nature, we should give it back more than that to the environment, either through a proper rainwater harvesting, recharge, rejuvenation of water bodies. So by 2030, we going to achieve water positivity. It is quite ambitious, but a lot of efforts being put in that direction. As the number says, these numbers are for the year 25-26. The total water recycled from the treated wastewater, that is around 10,047 kiloliters being used for landscaping and construction activities. So there is a huge requirement in construction for a water. It varies from 500 to 1200 liter per square meter of constructed area. If you do better interventions, you can achieve 500 liters per square meter of constructed area. If you don't do, it will go up to even 2000 also, if you don't have a better water management. So wherever we have our developments, we see that if there is any nearby BWSSB treatment plants, the common sewage treatment plants, within the vicinity or within the 5-kilometer radius, we make sure that we buy a treated wastewater for construction activities. When I say construction activities, it is for non-structural, non-concrete purpose as of now, because codes, IS codes will not permit us to use the treated wastewater directly for the construction application. So the final slide would be on the codes. So there's a IS code called IS 456-2000, which is a code being referred for construction, usage of water for construction. There are several restrictions. I don't say it is not legible. I'll read it out for you. The pH should be 6 to 7 as per IS 456. Suspended matter should not cross 2000 mg per liter. In the treated wastewater, the whatever water quality they recommend, I'm just correlating with treated wastewater because the point of discussion is how to reuse the treated wastewater. Inorganic solids should not cross 3000 mg per liter. Then organic materials is limited to 200 mg per liter. Sulfates comes with two level of limitations, 400 mg per liter for non-concrete reinforced concrete and only 200 mg per liter for concrete. Then for RCC, in treated wastewater, chlorides are the major challenges. If there is a chlorides in the treated water, we cannot use it, and there is a limit, that is it should be 500 mg per liter. If it is crosses 500 mg per liter, we cannot use it for construction applications. That is the limitation as per the IS 456-2000. And parallelly, KSBCB has also given a discharge limits for a treated wastewater. The pH is 6.5 to 8.5, BOD less than 10 mg per liter, COD less than 50 mg per liter, total suspended solids less than 20 mg per liter, oil and grease 10 mg less than 10 mg per liter, ammonical nitrogen less than 5 mg per liter, and total nitrogen less than 10 mg per liter. And the fecal contamination shouldn't be more than 100 mpn per 100 ml of sample what they test. So these are the key limitations for us to use the treated wastewater for construction. However, for non-construction purpose, we have been already using across our projects wherever we find nearby BWSSB treatment plants. Why I'm stressing on the BWSSB treatment plants? Because the demand and supply is the major thing. So BWSSB plants are quite huge. They comes in MLD, maybe 10 MLD, 20 MLD. 𝗕𝗿𝗆 plant is about 60 MLD. So there you'll get to have lot of treated wastewater. We do set up online monitoring for the quality at the site, because we cannot also 100% depend on whatever the water quality the BWSSB gives. However, for a double show, to making us double sure that we check the quality at our premises, and on a monthly basis also the water being tested. So we are trying our best to increase the usage of treated water to reduce the dependency on fresh water demand, because we use lot of water. So lot of efforts being put in, and the efforts continues further. Thank you so much. If we give water from our society, will you take it? Definitely. Why I mentioned a 5 kilometer radius? 5 kilometer radius. So Brigade has taken a net zero target. So as per Paris Agreement, India has taken a net zero target to achieve by 2070. All the efforts being driven through Niti Aayog to reduce the carbon emissions from the different industrial sectors. So as of now, there is no mandatory carbon reduction for real estate, but it will going to happen future, because all the major commodities of construction like cement, steel, aluminum, they have got already carbon reduction targets from the central government. Real estate will going to be one of them very soon, but we are well in advance. We have taken a net zero target to achieve by 2045. When I say net zero target, I have to see all sort of carbon emissions what I emit. The water which I get from far distance through transportation also emits lot of carbon emissions. That's why we have restricted the radius of available water sources for treated wastewater is 5 kilometers. So our projects comes with huge water demand. For a treated water, if I say, it would go up to 100 to 200 KLD in a day. If that level of quantum of supply is available in any of the nearby community, we are ready to, and because we cannot say one day we'll give water, next day there won't be water. It is not like that. BWSSB will be consistent.
One tanker ready, 2 tankers ready.
So that is the challenge.
So it's not relevant.
No, I've been in many forums, even for the regulators like BWSSB chief engineers also have told, why can't we bring in microgrids? How we have a water grids, why can't we have a microgrids for a treated wastewater? By that, excess water can be let into the microgrids, which can be used by nearby industries or construction activities. But they are not focusing on those.
Now we have to look for exactly what is happening. We cannot let it out, RSTP water, though it's good quality coming out. So we are over watering our plants and killing our plants.
It's a grey area. It's a grey. Even KSPCB officers will not say this. There is no restriction for you to discharge a treated, well-treated quality water. They come up with lot of reasoning, but it can be led to the stormwater drains. But ultimately it goes to stormwater drain only, sir. Because if you ask this question, KSPCB will also not tell the proper answer. They will also say, look for a buyer and give it to them.
Even treated water cannot be sent outside.
They don't mention treated water. They mention untreated water. If you see the CFO copies, they don't mention treated wastewater.
No. They very clearly state treated water should be used within the premises.
They say, but excess water they will not tell what can be done.
No.
For industries, they say zero discharge.
Correct.
They have to utilize within their premises, but
Correct.
for a residential complex, imagine in monsoon, what will be doing the excess treated water?
No. Monsoon, we are not directing monsoon water into your STP, right? That is, stormwater drainage is separate. So that may not happen. But
we are also coming up with, we already implemented in couple of projects, triple plumbing line.
Okay.
Triple plumbing line, when I say triple plumbing line, the double plumbing line is already there in the regulation. Triple plumbing line, they are suggesting. If you see the environment clearance copy and consent for establishment, they are already insisting us to treat the wastewater for potable level to reuse it back. They are not imposing, they are suggesting. Dual plumbing line is imposition. It is being in the rule from quite some time. Now we are doing triple plumbing line across our projects to make sure the excess treated water in any residential complex, 50 to 60%, I would say 40 to 50% surplus water will always be there, no matter what level of use you do.
Agree.
But if you further treat it and use it back to non-potable purposes, you can take up to the potable level. If you treat the water through ultrafiltration and RO, definitely it reaches the quality of IS 10500 2012 what this sir was presenting. It's a drinking water standard. The water quality will be much more than the BWSSB water what we get, but ultimately the psychological barrier is there. So, but we are trying out. We just did the stakeholder engagement with existing customers. We checked with them. We got about 50 to 60% positive response. We are implementing triple plumbing line, and we are provisioning ultrafiltration and RO filtration for to use the treated wastewater back to non-potable, even potable applications. But again, we are trying to come up with high efficient ROs with reduced rejection. Definitely when there is a RO, there is a rejection. But again, for RO rejection in domestic applications, there is no regulation for discharge.
So when you say you are coming up with this, low reject RO, is that something Brigade is doing or another?
Most of the leading developers are working on it.
Achha, you guys are...
Even 𝗕𝗿𝗵𝗴 is also working on a lot of... in fact, if you look into their sustainability report, they have already come up with 5 plumbing lines. I don't know. I've not gone in deep. We are still at triple plumbing line. They have gone 5 lines. I don't know what and all they're going to use it.
Can I ask you a tricky question?
Yes.
Does any of your existing project, where you have excess STP treated water, are you letting it out into the drainage?
So we report the sustainability efforts in annual basis. Once the water, the association is formed and the property is handed over to association, our reporting boundary ends there. So those kind of properties will not be in our purview. And if there is any challenges, we address. But for commercial projects, what we own and operate, we have 100% recycling. We don't discharge any of the wastewater, because if I am discharging even the treated wastewater, I need to report in BRSR, Business Responsibility and Sustainability Report. And if the projects are near to our if the projects are near to our existing residential properties, we are requesting the association to give the excess water. There is one project happening in 𝗪𝗿𝗃. Adjacent to that, we have one commercial as well as residential project. We are exploring the usage of treated wastewater for construction. The construction has begun now. We are in touch with the association.
I have a follow-up question with regards to the treated wastewater. We have got excess treated wastewater, and we come under the panchayat limits. Panchayat doesn't have the infrastructure to to handle this. And even in our apartments, we are trying our best to use it for the landscaping and all. Even then, there is excess of treated water. And the budget for the RO plant, or we don't have much budget for that. So in your opinion, what best we can do with the available
There are
resource?
some agencies like Boston Water. They will come to you. They will set up a RO plant in your premises. They will treat the water and they'll sell the water. He was here, huh? Okay. So those concepts are also there.
I just joined post lunch. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
To them.
Investment is fully by them.
But if it is viable, then
They have to provide space for them.
You can do that, sir. You have to look for buyers.
So my question is like on a resident point of view, that is when we are when we are going to buy a flat. So now the conversation is how we are going to use the treated wastewater. So basically what is happening is all the wastewater is going to the STP. So basically can we not segregate from the grey water and the STP water, and at the same time drinking water also, because most of the apartments when especially these things is when we are in more in numbers, so everybody has their ROs installed in their particular houses. So what happens is that eventually not everyone would take those waters, fill it in the buckets and all that. So from the builder's point of view, can't you all not install a centralized RO and then give it, so that water can be at least better managed by the association or something like that?
We are trying that also. We are providing RO in some of the projects for signature category projects. So it comes with RO plant at a centralized area, which caters the drinking water to all the flats. When with respect to separation of black and grey water, it is already there. Even regulators are imposing and they are trying to act as a catalyst to promote the segregation of black and grey water. The problem is the O&M issues are more in segregation of black and grey water. There is no much technical expertise how to manage the STPs with black and grey separation. But if you do the black and grey separation, grey water you need not to have lot of treatment. It's only sedimentation, settling and filtration. Whereas black water comes with biological treatment. It comes with primary, secondary, tertiary treatments. So your load on the STP, where your blowers can undersize, your aeration tank can undersize. So, but the O&M challenges are there. I think regulators need to bring in more light on that, to bring in a lot of awareness sessions to how to manage these kind of things. But in our projects, we already have done the separation of black and grey water.
Even it should be done in the affordable housing also.
Based on the customer expectations, these calls have been taken. Definitely, in going forward, ultimately all our projects, it's driven by customer expectations. All our projects, ongoing, upcoming projects are with centralized, digitized water management systems. Individual, I'm telling. Yes. Yes. Everything at a apartment level, there will be monitoring. Smart water metering, we call. Usage and the leakage, everything will be reduced. Any other questions? I have not really gone into that. I can talk on only triple plumbing line.
No,
I don't know other two
From
applications.
smart metering point of view, if you have 5 lines, so 5 meters per apartment or per
Definitely. Every source, every consumption has to be monitored. I'm really do not know. Even I got surprised when I heard this. So it's all mindset. If there is a willingness, you can do, and if there is a right person in the association, he can convince anybody. The segregation of black and grey water, segregated grey water will be treated through ultrafiltration RO and taken back to non-potable applications for bathing, washing, even for cooking as well.
So line number 1 is
Fresh water.
Line number
Flushing water.
is
Flushing, black water, treated black water.
line number 3 is.
Again treated grey water back to the non-potable applications.
So you're doing the treated grey grey
Yeah.
and treated black.
Yeah. In fact, for rainwater also we discussed, but internally the technical expertise what we have, they are having some clash of opinions. They are not ready. We try to do the rainwater also can be treated and taken back to the potability level, because good quality water what we get is rainwater. Okay, the first rain may not be good to consume, but the consecutive rains are really good. How best you maintain your rooftop is the challenge. If you maintain well, definitely that water can be taken for domestic applications. And even surface area, surface runoff, what we take for recharge, for that also for first two rains, if you leave and consecutive rains, that water quality is also very good. You can use it through multi-sand filter and carbon filter and use it for domestic application. Not residential, commercial projects are zero discharge. Residential, yes, it's a challenge for everybody. Yes. There is no way, because no matter whatever you do, until unless you take it back to your domestic application, the treated wastewater, there will always be minimum 40% surplus. If you go for a further treatment and reuse it back in non-potable applications, you can achieve 75% of self-sufficiency. Yes. No, that is single. It can be connected to your domestic application line only. Yeah, you can blend and use it for non-potable applications.
As a builder, is Brigade providing for such rainwater harvesting tanks in all these projects?
Yes, we are doing.
Earlier projects,
No. From the I joined Brigade in 2021. In earlier projects also, we've been doing all this. I think it started from 2009. And as per legal requirement, they look for 1 day storage. But we try to give 1.5 to 2 days storage. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Let me invite 𝗪𝗏. 𝗪𝗏, please come. 𝗪𝗏, your dad is doing a wonderful job, doing so many sustainability initiatives. On behalf of us at BAF, I want you to receive it for your dad. You too. Okay.
Family is waiting outside.